All right. I wanted to continue the conversation between are you really depressed or are you actually depressed or are you stressed? And I want to make a specific target to people that go to school, people that are in school. So, I'm asking you, would you say you're depressed or would you say that you're stressed? A lot of people, I feel like they would say that they're both. They're stressed and depressed, but I really want you guys to know the actual difference between the two. So, obviously, school can stress you out, right? School is like a form of stressor. It's like you see this as like this obstacle that you have to overcome. You have to put in all these years of like work, and when it's not really that much work, and you just have to survive. You have to go through it, and eventually one day it'll be over. You may say to yourself, oh my god, I'm almost there. I can't wait to get through this, and then everything will be good from there. That would be like you're stressed. Like, let's say like you had like a tough exam that's coming up, a midterm, a final, or like you have a paper that's coming up that's due. Like, those are the kind of things that stresses you out. They're not necessarily like a bad form of stress, they're like a good form of stress. And most of the time that stress comes from a lot of people procrastinating. They wait till the last minute to do stuff, and then it becomes really overwhelming for that person to really get anything done. So that would be more towards the stress side. So now if you're depressed, it would take control of your personal life. So let's say school is over and you still have that negative feeling inside, then it would be more geared towards depression. Like, for example, like for me, I would say in middle and even high school, like it would be more of a depression for me than a stress, because even during the breaks, any break, winter break, spring break, any kind of break, I would still feel down. I wouldn't feel like any better than I did before. I had those short feelings like, oh, no more school. It's a break. It feels good. But then after a few days, I'm just like, I'd rather be back at school and just get this over with. It's like school wasn't an obstacle that you want to overcome. So I was like, I didn't want any breaks. I just wanted to get it all over with all at once. But I definitely felt bad, like being in school, based on like the environment I was in, like the people that are around me. Because there's people that go to school and don't necessarily hate it as much as other people do. They don't find it as stressful. Like, for example, like friends come to me quite a bit and they're like, how are you not stressed out like by school? You just seem so calm with everything. It's because like I plan things out. Like, I know like what I should be doing today, and then like finish everything else like the next coming day. So if I know I have like two things of homework that I need to do today, I'm gonna do them like early on, so then I have more time later on to prepare for the next day. You get what I mean? So like if you like prepare, like if you go to school and like you prepare yourself for like the things that you have to do, like if you know you have like homework on the weekend, like don't wait till Sunday. And like let's say you do it Friday and then you have the rest 2 days to like like relax. You can plan out for the upcoming week, like on what you should do. But it's always that feeling of like, like you dread that like the days that you're in school, even at work, and then like once like you're off or like you have a break, like it's like a celebration, which isn't really good for you. Like you should find a way to like enjoy like the whole week, enjoy like the whole school experience, even though school isn't really that great, especially like when you get like higher up in the school. Like elementary school is fun, but every other thing is not necessarily fun. So to recap everything, so stress is more of Like it's not a long term. So just think of depression as a long term stress. Like you've been feeling stressed, this negative feeling, uh, for a long period of time, and it still lasts once you're not in that environment. So like once you're not in school and you still feel down, you still feel depressed, then it's taking control of your own personal life. But stress is usually like in that situation, like there's a situation that happened or a stressor that you're around, and it makes you feel bad about yourself, or it makes you feel bad about things. You're stressed out, you don't know what to do. But once you get out of that, let's say like you're on a break or it's a weekend, you don't necessarily feel that kind of stress anymore. Like it was just whenever you're at school, you feel it because you're like, oh, I don't want to go to school, There's a lot of work that I have to do. But like it hasn't taken control over you because you still have those days where you feel good, the breaks, the weekends, you feel good, or like you just feel like it's a break, like it's just a break, like you have time off, you can do whatever you want, you can enjoy life on those days. With depression, there's not really a day that you enjoy. Like you just hate every single day. You hate school, when you go home it's not that pleasant. It may be all right, but even weekends are not that great as well. Like every day just seems to feel like an uphill battle. Instead of like with stress, it's just the days where you have to go to school and you have to do homework and stuff like that. And if you procrastinate it, you can't say like it would be necessarily your fault for you feeling this type of way because you decided to put things back. A lot of people that like I know that are stressed out, I wouldn't say they're depressed, they're stressed out about school and stuff. Like I notice the things that they do like during their off time, and it's not really things to like help them like recharge or help them like get prepared for like the next day so they wouldn't feel as bad as they do. Like if you're just like, let's say, watching TV or Netflix or playing video games for like 6 hours, and then you decide to do your homework at 12 at midnight, of course you're going to be stressed out because you have a small amount of time. And then let's say you get it done at 2, that means you have less sleep, which overall affects the rest of your day. You're going to feel groggy, you're going to feel tired. You're like, why am I even here? I don't want to do this anymore. School is too stressful. When if you take the right steps to plan and prepare for it, it's really not that bad when you look at things. If you know you have to do something, make sure to do it early so then you don't have to focus on that too much. If you get an assignment Monday and it's due Wednesday, do it Monday. Or you could do it early on Tuesday. Don't wait until like 8 p.m. on Tuesday to like do your assignment. You get what I mean? Like sometimes like we make ourselves stressed out by the things that we do and the actions and the negative habits that we do. So just be on the lookout for that.